What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Dokkan battle stream. Are going to do the Angel Freeza EZA. Finally getting around to doing that. Also, there's the Dragon Ball Superhero event. It looks like they have some things scheduled to coincide with the movie release that is out in Japan. If you're trying to avoid spoilers, good luck. Because if you're playing the JP version of Dokkan Battle, they're doing the event. I don't know about Legends. Legends might be as well. I don't play the Japanese version of Legends, so I don't know. But I know Dokkan Battle is, so we're going to be seeing that probably pop up quite a bit on here before the release in America, which isn't until August. What's up, JT? JT knows about this. In my Discord, everybody's been already talking about all the spoilers. I'm just like, I'm probably going to be seeing it in the game, so who cares? I might as well look and see what's happening. And a lot of the stuff is pretty cool. So I I didn't expect to be blown away by anything anyway. So it's fine. Seeing the spoilers is pretty cool. It just gets me more excited to see it when it comes out in America. Because the way I see it, I can't see it in a theater, not in Japan. So I would only be able to see a shaky cam with no subtitles. I can just wait. So, like, seeing little snippets here and there is kind of like watching a trailer to me. So, it's fine. Like, seeing images, seeing small snippets of people recording their shaky cam or from their phone, putting it up on the internet, I think is fine. At least for me. I know some people aren't happy about it. They're like, avoid the internet, avoid Twitter, avoid YouTube. Yeah, good luck. You gotta do this until August. Good luck. I'm just like, whatever. I'm just gonna see it and just deal with it. Okay, so I don't have game volume. Why don't I have game volume? I think I turned off my game volume. Let's turn that back on. There we go. Need a little bit of sound here. Need to do a couple quick updates here. We should be good to go. So I'm not going to talk too much about the leaks. It's easy to find if you want to see it. But they seem pretty cool. I was going to see the movie anyway. Like, I was pretty excited to see the movie because we haven't had any new Dragon Ball in years, besides the manga. But I don't read the manga. So in terms of, the anime, it's been years. So I'm pretty hyped to see it. This doesn't make me any less hyped to see it. Plus, it's my birthday weekend. My birthday's on the 18th. It's supposed to come out on the 19th. So, it's even more reason for me to go and enjoy myself and watch it. So, I'm pretty hype. August cannot get here soon enough. Alright, so what did I need to do? I needed to... I think I have a team already set up for this EZA. I just need to make sure. For those of y'all that still happen to follow my YouTube channel, I posted up a vlog my trip to Dallas. Last weekend I went to Dallas for Project Acon, which is one of the oldest anime conventions in America. I think it was their 35th year? Something like that. Like, they've been around a long time. It's 30 plus years. So they're back. So that was kind of cool to check that out. I also went to Dallas for DreamHack, which is DreamHack is like a big gaming event from Europe. They're mainly known for PC gaming, but they also do some FGC stuff, Smash, Street Fighter, Tekken, that kind of stuff. So we help out with them usually when they come to Texas, they've been in Austin and Dallas. They started off in Austin. Lately, they've been in Dallas. So we usually help them out when they come down. So I posted up day one, which was traveling up to Dallas, and mostly DreamHack day one. Working on 2 more vlogs for the trip, day 2 and day 3. Day 2, I was mostly at Acon, so you'll get to see some cosplayers and anime stuff. And then Sunday was back at DreamHack, although I took a little bit more footage. Like, you'll see some of the footage on day 1, the video that I have out there, but day 3, I actually kind of walked around a little more because we didn't get there till like late Friday or mid to late Friday, like Friday afternoon. So we missed kind of half the day. Sunday I got to see more of the event. But we'll see how long it takes for me to work on that. It's gonna probably be a little while. It took me about a week to finish up the first part. Hopefully it doesn't take me another 2 weeks to finish the other 2. Let's see. We are looking up campaigns, events, Extreme Z Battle, Japan, Angel Golden Freeza. Oh, I've been waiting for this EZA for a long time. I've had this card rainbowed for a while. This was the card you needed. Like, this was actually the card you needed to do Broly's EZA. No, not Broly. It was Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I think he was the first EZA. He was either the first or second EZA they ever did. It was the AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And you needed Resurrected Warriors as the category. Because there were types. Obviously, extreme tech types were useful, but the category was just as useful, or maybe even more so, which was Resurrected Warrior. At the time, Angel Golden Frieza was the only leader for that category. So if you did not have him, you had a really rough time going into like the last parts of that. And this was years ago, so like if I remember right, I was barely surviving, getting up to about like 25, and then 26 to 30 was hell because I didn't have Angel Freeza. I could use a friend's, but then I didn't really have a good alternative besides him. I think what I ended up having to do was I used Int Kid Buu and was just praying that Kid Buu and Golden Frieza would get their supers off before getting killed, and then the rest of my extreme tech units were there to tank. It eventually worked, but it was a pain in the ass. So that's how old this card is, and they really haven't done anything with it till now. So I'm happy he finally gets his EZA. So it looks like you need Defenders of Justice. That's the category. And the only damage reduction is for tech units, which makes sense, seeing as he's an int unit. So I think I made a team because we were using... This is when I can finally use the Videl I got. Videl, the amazing unit that has barely any categories. This is her time to shine. Alright, let's see. What did I do with that team I built? The funny thing about the Defenders of Justice is a lot of the crossover units are on this. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that tech units have reduction on them, I could have probably just went with a straight crossover team. Because the biggest problem is like the Trunks, that's the leader for that category, is obviously tech. I think there's another really good tech unit that I can't use because of that. Okay, I think this was the team I made. I'm gonna try this team out. If it starts to have trouble, I can switch out some of these units, but I try to put as many physical units on there as I could. I wanted Pan on there though. Pan I think will work really well with the Goku. And then we'll see how Vegeta does. I'm not so sure how well he'll do. And then Vegito should do pretty good, I think. But yeah, this is what I figured I would try out, and we'll see how it goes. I mean, it's not going to be any problem, I think, until you get to 20. It usually isn't. Obviously, Ki is not a problem. Dokkan battle, goddamn. I mean, the game's still around. 5 years, 11 months. Jesus Christ. How are you doing? Goddamn, Goku, just blast him in the face. But yeah, this really shouldn't be hard until 20, I think. Even then, I don't even think it's gonna be that hard. The regular EZAs usually don't get difficult anymore. Like, I think ever since Broly and Super Saiyan 3 Goku, they really haven't been hard. Like, they kind of save the difficult ones for the LR EZAs. And even then, the LR EZAs don't get super hard until you get to like 8, 9, and 10. It'd be like that. Yeah. I'm doing good. We just surviving out here. You know how it is. At first I was gonna try to avoid those leaks for Dragon Ball, for the Dragon Ball movie, but it's too hard. It's everywhere. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. You just have to like, if you want to avoid the leaks, you just have to like go up to the mountains, bury your phone. Like, you can't be on any social media anywhere. Haven't seen you here in a hot minute. Yeah, I don't stream as much as I used to. You know, ever since I started working full-time, it's very infrequent when I stream. I don't even know if notifications work anymore. I know, like, on YouTube, you have to do all kinds of things to be notified, or else you just don't know. I don't know if it's the same thing on Twitch. It might be. Because, you know, since I don't stream every day anymore, I think they drop you off algorithms and stuff like that. It's real shitty. I understand why, but it's still shitty. Turn off the internet, yeah. I literally was on TikTok and 5 vids in a row, yeah. No, I'm not surprised. TikTok especially. I don't know if you missed it. See, if you've been following for 5 years and 11 months, you're probably around the time I was doing vlogs. Because I think, yeah, it's been 6 years since I've done a vlog. I just released a new vlog yesterday. Because I finally left town. I went to Dallas. That was my first trip outside of Houston in like 3 years. Like, ever since COVID happened, I haven't left Houston. So I think more than anything, I was just kind of excited to just get out of town, you know? I still haven't tried flying anywhere. A bunch of my friends are going to Evo. I don't think I am. It's really expensive. Like, I didn't realize how much it costs to fly now. Like, just going to Vegas, it's like $400 or $500. 5 years, 11 months ago, you were streaming every day and it was Dokkan. Yeah. See, that was back before I was working full time. Yeah, I'm still at the same job. Like, when I announced that I was going back to work full time, it was about 3-4 years ago. Yeah, it's been about 3-4 years. First anniversary 6 years ago. Yeah, that would have been around the first anniversary, because Dokkan's 7 years old now. Which that reminds me, I have to try to free up some room to reinstall Global Dokkan, because their anniversary is coming up, I think, next month. Do you even remember my name? I'll be honest with you, probably not. I would be straight honest. I forgot a lot of things, dude. Main reason I remember JT's because JT's in my Discord. That, and he's subbed to me for like ever. But at the same time, don't feel bad if I forgot your name. There's a lot of people I've forgotten. There's a lot of people that even changed. See, the other thing too is, like, I've had people come in that haven't been in my stream for years, and then they change their name, like their username, and they asked if I remember them. I'm like, I don't know this name that you're posting as, and then they tell me the other name. I'm like, oh, okay, that seems familiar. Six years and 5 days. See, JT's been following. That's like what, like about a month? A month and 5 days longer. That's not much. You've actually been around almost as long as JT. That's pretty impressive, actually. Yeah, now you have to understand, I'm also old as shit. I just forget regular stuff too. Recently, there's been a lot of video game news coming out, which is pretty exciting. That new Street Fighter looks hot. Pretty excited for that. Even though I'm probably not gonna play it, I still think it looks pretty cool. No sense bringing up the old UC game room stories then? Oh lord. Old man, you're right behind me? You're still in your 30s, right? Which old UC game room stories are you talking about? There's a lot of them. Oh, you're 42? Oh, I thought you were still in your 30s. Well, I'm about to be 45. August, I'll turn 35. 45. 35, 45. I wish I was turning 35. Fuck. I have so many aches and pains when I wake up. It's fucking dumb. The one thing that I was happy about with this trip was that I wasn't working. Like, other members of our team were the ones that were running the tournament, so I didn't have to wake up super early like the rest of them. I kind of needed that. Waking up was fucking hell. Like, I don't know. Hotel beds are like too soft, I think. I think my body can't take it being too soft anymore. Like, I might have been better off just sleeping on the couch or on the floor. Like, I don't know. For some reason, it just did not feel good waking up in the morning. What's up, Soul? So you didn't summon it all on 7 Deadly Sins? I was debating on whether or not to go for that wedding dress unit. The bride unit. I forgot what her name was. The Valkyrie. Was it Brunhilde? I don't know if I have followage on YouTube. I don't think they have that. Like, I know I have it set up on Twitch. I don't think they have that on YouTube. Random funny stories with Bao and Naomi? Holy shit. That's super old. Did you watch Bao on that show? Was it Married at First Sight or something like that? Like, I didn't watch the show. Someone sent me clips of that show. Like, I don't keep up with her as much anymore. Like, I haven't really talked to her much since college. But it was pretty funny seeing her on that show. Like, I think she had like a huge fan club on Reddit and everything. That's pretty cool. Does the hotel that you have, Texas Sheldon, ever give you a nice suite to stay in? Oh yeah. They hook us up. They definitely hook us up. I mean, we took over most of the hotel. Our attendees took up over half of the hotel. So yeah, they gave us a lot of perks. Like, we had a huge suite. We also rented out a bunch of suites too for the staff, so yeah. Yeah, Married at First Sight. I was in some random restaurants where someone was talking about the show after I was aware she was on the show. They thought she was playing upper personality. I'm like, nah, that's pretty much her. Yeah. No, people that don't know her don't realize that, yeah, that's really her. I mean, it's not like she was an actual actress, you know? Like, I think that's the point for most of the people on the shows, is they want them to be natural. So that part kind of makes no sense. I think the last time I interacted with Bao was on Facebook, and it was really funny. This is like a few years ago, and I had found some old pictures from back then, and it was a picture of her cosplaying as Chun-Li. She was so mad at me for posting that up. Like I had tagged her and everything. She immediately detagged herself and was like, I can't believe you have this picture. How dare you? Do you know Vinit? Vinit's a old mutual friend. Yeah, he still hangs out with Bao. I think he had just gotten a promotion at his job recently and went to go celebrate. And I think he met up with Bao. You know, I really like these crossover units. I wish I could use them more. Because, like, making a full team of them was really ridiculous. Because they all buff each other. They buff each other. They all have, like, multiple supers that buff them even more. They're really dumb. Javi as well? Yeah. We just had our showdown dinner. Or after dinner, finally. Which is kind of funny. Showdown was back in April. And in a way, Showdown was like the kickoff for the tournament season in the FGC. I think it's just because of the way things worked out. Like, you had some tournaments earlier. Like, CEO was last year, like towards the end of last year. NEC was also late last year. And then you had Frosty Faustings, which was January? It's either January or early February. But then after that, there was like nothing big. We were like the next big tournament in like late April. So then after us is when a bunch of tournaments started happening. Like Combo Breaker was a few weeks after, and then we had DreamHack. CEO is coming up, and then Evo. So we ended up kind of like kicking off the tournament season this year. But because of that, a lot of our team members were helping out a bunch of the other events. So we couldn't plan our after tournament celebration dinner. We usually do that each time. So we couldn't do it until now, which is like almost 2 months afterwards. This year went off pretty well. Pretty happy with how it turned out. I think next year is already shaping up to be pretty good. We've already had a lot of companies reach out to us. I can't say who, for obvious reasons, but they've contacted us pretty much right after Showdown ended because they liked how everything turned out. They're excited about trying to do more for next year, which if that's the case, that's going to be awesome for everybody involved. So I'm pretty excited for it. If Street Fighter 6 comes out in time, I think that's going to be even cooler, because two of the things that sucked with COVID and everything was we were supposed to be a Capcom Cup Premier tournament the year COVID happened. So we were obviously super bummed out that we couldn't still be a premiere event when we came back. We weren't even part of the tour. They had so many problems trying to figure out what to do with the Capcom Cup this year. They introduced these pro licenses, which they still didn't even understand how that was supposed to work. I don't think any tournament is like, the only tournaments they've been doing are online tournaments. All the offline tournaments, none of them are licensed. So none of them are part of the Capcom Cup. So we don't know what they're doing. I don't think they know what they're doing. It's really kind of a cluster. But we're hoping next year they'll get things under control and know what they're doing, and then we should be back on the tour. Whether or not we can be a premiere is... we'll just have to see. Like, in terms of American events, Evo, CEO, Combo Breaker are the top three. Those are the three biggest tournaments. I think after those three is where we fall in. Like, there's a few other tournaments that are probably close to the same size. Frosty Faustings is really big, but Frosty Faustings being in January, February is really early, unfortunately. So I don't know if they fall in line. We kind of hit that sweet spot where it's like close to the beginning of the season for everybody, and big games have already come out. Our goal is hopefully to be the first big event for Street Fighter if it's released by then. It looks like it will be. Like, I don't know if anyone's seen the news for Street Fighter. They have a lot of stuff already done and ready. Like, they had the trailer not too long ago, and now they actually have a playable demo at Summer Games Fest. It looks really polished already. Like, they have it slated for 2023. They haven't said when, but it looks like it's pretty much, it looks like it's really close to done. Like, they have so much of the animations, like, beyond just, like, the gameplay. Like, they have a lot of animations already done, a lot of screens done. Like, there's a lot of it that looks ready to go. So yeah, in my opinion, I think it's going to be out early 2023. Like, we were the first really big tournament for King of Fighters 15, which had a pretty nice turnout. We had some really good matches and everything. I'd like for us to do the same thing for Street Fighter. Like, we had a pretty good turnout for Street Fighter. There were some good matches, some good players came out. So I could definitely see that happening again next year. Joey Bear, what's up, man? How you doing? Alright, we get the transformation. We're in the second half of the EZA now. About to get home and play some Marvel? Nice, nice. I'm too old to play Marvel online. I just can't get used to it at all. Like, it's nothing against, like, the game or the emulation or any of that. I think they're pretty good. It's just, for me, it doesn't feel right. Like, it feels like I'm moving in water when I'm playing. Yeah, I mean, I've tried to play. Like, I played with Hung a few times. But every time I play, it just... it feels slow for me. And that's saying something when all I do is I press jump back fierce, right? But imagine that's all I do and it still feels slow. That's how it feels when I try to play. It's not so bad when I play people near Houston. Well, Hung is in Houston. Hung's in Houston now. I don't know. I just can't play online. I've tried a few times and it's just not for me. Whenever we can work up to have get-togethers again, that's probably the only time I'll play. You should have came out to Showdown, man. We had a lot of people for it. You should come out next year. You can help train up Vinny Man so he doesn't get his ass beat this time. I would play Mega Man Stormtron. Look, man, that's too complicated for me. I just press one button, you know this. Oh, you had COVID. Oh, shit. Yeah, there were a few guys that couldn't make it because of COVID. Wigfall was supposed to come down, but he had COVID, and I think Rob Zilla was supposed to come, but he said he wasn't feeling well. I think it was that tournament they held out in East Coast right before Showdown. A lot of people got sick from that event. But there's always next year. I already talked with Tone and Hung about running it back for next year. A lot of the guys seem to have a lot of fun this year, so I think quite a few of the Marvel players will come back next year. I think that'll be good. We've been trying to push for better events for the older games. They had a huge pop bonus for CVS 2. Third Strike has their scene. We had some guys bring out Alpha 2. I'm surprised nobody brought Alpha 3. Hope they recover. Didn't get sick, but I was watching the stream live. I think Wigfall's doing okay. He's been posting. I think he's going to Evo, so I'm pretty sure he's recovered. Rob was out in West Coast not too long ago, so I think he's doing better too. What's kind of crazy was Preppy was running an old school event up in Seattle area. Or I don't think it was Seattle. It was somewhere in the Northwest, Pacific Northwest. I was hoping to go to it, but it was too close to Showdown. I couldn't secure vacation time for 2 weekends in a row like that. That looked like a pretty fun event. Trying to level up. Been playing online. I got tired of playing Lost Ark. Yeah, I saw you talk about that. I didn't know you were playing Lost Ark. I played for a little while, but I kind of gave up. It's too much grinding for me. Like, I already play a bunch of grinding games. I didn't really need another one. And then there's that Diablo game that came out. I started playing that, but I don't know if I want to be all in for that game either. Are you going to EVO? There's a lot of Marvel players going to EVO. There's actually quite a few Marvel 2 tournaments that pop up. Part of the reason why I'm not going to EVO is because I'm holding out hope that I can go to Japan in September. Like, I definitely wouldn't be able to afford to go to both. Like, it's kind of 50-50 at the moment because of the visas and all that stuff. I haven't really completely opened up the borders. But I might be able to go on a business visa. But I'm having to wait and see if that processes. If it does, then that's the reason why I wouldn't be going to EVO. One of my friends posted up that they're doing the Final Fantasy VII. There's an anniversary cafe going on currently. I'd really like to check that out. I don't know if it's going to be going on until September, though. If it's going on right now, those pop-up cafes are usually only like 2 or 3 months. So it's possible it might still be up when I go. If I go. That's something I definitely want to see. As well as like the Super Mario Park, I want to see that too. Although they're opening a Super Mario Park in America. In Cali, I think. I don't know when. But I did see they're opening a Super Mario Park in Cali. But I don't know if it's going to be exactly the same. Like, Markman posted up pictures and videos from when he went to the park, and it looked really cool. So I still want to check it out over there. No Evo, getting a promotion at work, and my summers are super busy. Yeah. I feel ya. I play with Creasy. He's in Japan. He has better connection than some people here in Texas. Well, that's because Japan has that godlike internet, though. People in Texas, we're stuck with, like, Comcast and that bullshit. Like, if you have fiber or any of that, you're probably good. But how many people in Texas would have that? I don't even have that. Japan has hella godlike internet, though, so that doesn't surprise me. And actually, Creasy's in Japan? I thought he was in Korea. Did he move back to Japan? Last time I talked with Creasy, he was in Korea playing Tekken. I mean, if I can make it out there, I'd love to catch up with him if he's in Japan. Like, I can't even remember when was the last time I saw him. It's been a long time. Oh, he loves Tekken. Played with him yesterday. Still in Japan at the moment. Oh, okay. Yeah, he definitely loves Tekken. Hey, Joey, were you on Facebook when Gene got hacked? That was the funniest thing in the world to me. Because, like, you know, I haven't talked with Gene very much. Especially not on Facebook. Like, so many people got when they got the random message from him. I'll be honest, I almost did too, because I was like, why is Gene reaching out to me? Like, did something bad happen? I think that was the first thought for everybody when they got that message. Like, shit, did something happen? You haven't had Facebook since '07? Oh, okay, I gotcha. It's probably for the best. It was still pretty funny, though. Like, all the people in the replies talking about, oh, shit. I clicked on it, because I didn't know what was going on. Like, Big Chris got, which, I'll be real, I would expect, out of anybody that would have gotten the virus right after Gene, it would be Big Chris. There were a few other people too. I didn't though. I think I'm just too used to the internet. I kind of knew better. But it was still funny. Yeah, Showdown, Big Chris showed up. And it was funny because he signed up pretty close to the deadline. And he signed up for Marvel 3 and CVS 2. And he forgot to sign up for Marvel 2. Which I didn't ask him about. I just kind of figured that he just didn't want to play Marvel 2. So I didn't think anything of it. But then, day of the tournament, I'm running the bracket, and he's coming up to me in the middle of the bracket. It's like, hey, when's my match? I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, when's my match? I signed up. I'm like, Big Chris, you didn't sign up for Marvel 2. You signed up for Marvel 3. It's like, oh, shit. My old age. Don't even remember anymore. Luckily for him, there were some guys that dropped out. Like Wigfall dropped out, Rob dropped out. There were a couple other guys that dropped out too, so I just kind of like threw him in to play for somebody else. He wasn't going to be seeded, so I didn't really matter. He ended up playing Roundhouse first round. It did not go very well. Although one thing was pretty funny, so even though he lost, he ended up switching one game to his old school team. He busted out his Rogue Tron team. And he actually was doing pretty good. Like, his Rogue Tron was doing work at the beginning. But then Rogue died, and then that was it. Which is kind of like the same thing with this team. That's pretty much how it usually went with this team. His Rogue did work, but Rogue needs to stay alive, or else that's it. Because he can't play Tron. That sucks for Chris. Yeah, I don't know how he forgot. I remember seeing his entry, and I just kind of figured, well, I guess he just didn't want to enter Marvel 2. Because he didn't play for a while. Like, I knew there was quite a while where he stopped playing Marvel 2. Like, he was playing Marvel 3 a lot. Justin, I think Justin couldn't even go to Combo Breaker. He had this issue where he needed to get his permanent residency card. Like, he could come to the US, but he wouldn't have been allowed back into Canada. So that's the reason why he couldn't go anywhere. Because he was supposed to go to Showdown, he was supposed to go to Combo Breaker. I think he finally got his card, so he can finally go travel. So he's going to CEO and Evo. He should switch out Cable for Storm. Yeah, it'd probably make more sense. I think part of the reason why he doesn't do that is he doesn't want to be like Pat, because that was like Pat's team. Which I don't know. I don't know. I personally don't care. Like, me and Preppy have been playing the same team for like 15, 20 years. I don't give a shit. I think I even saw on the stream recap, someone was like, "Oh shit, this dude's playing Preppy's team." Like, I've been hearing that for like 20 years. I don't really care. But he would need to learn how to try jump. Not really. Storm could just run. Although Storm running away is probably not as effective with Tron Assist. Pat plays MSP now, which is funny. I never thought I'd see the day Pat would switch to MSP of all teams. He's pretty good though with MSP. I haven't seen Pat in a good minute. Maybe he'll come down sometime. I guess this Vegeta's okay. He doesn't quit quite as hard. His tanking is so-so. Like, I'm comparing him to the Goku, but that's probably unfair because I have the Goku rainbowed. But Goku's only taking double-digit damage, whereas Vegeta's taking 4-digit damage. However, Goku does have the advantage of having Han on the team, because that Goku gets an additional buff if he's on a team with a member of the Goku family. So that's a little skewed in his favor as well. See, now it's taking 5-digit damage. Goku took that off a super. Hopefully trying to get the Houston Marbleheads to play again. Try to get Vinny, Scimitar, Kakarot to play, but they get bored or mad because I'm too fast. Vinny, I feel like, would play more. Scimitar, I don't know if he's going to jump back into it. He has nostalgia for the scene and stuff, but I don't know if he's in the mood to grind the game out again. Out of the three, Vinny would be the one more likely to jump back into it, but at the same time, I think it's because he's back in a relationship. Like, back when he was full on board with wanting to run Marvel 2 and play Marvel 2, he wasn't in a relationship. Now that he's back in a relationship, it's probably less of an important thing for him. Time to settle in. All right, man. It's good talking to you, man. We'll talk later. We'll see if maybe we can try to Try to get some more marble heads bumping again. You talk to Scimitar every day. Yeah, he reaches out to me every once in a while. And then Kakarot plays COD, of course he does. You should probably reach out to Hung more, since he moved back into town. Like, Hung and VDO would definitely play a lot. You played Hung. I don't think he likes you? It didn't sound like that on the stream. No, Hung's okay. Hung's pretty cool. You just think everybody hates you. Truth be told, though, I did hate playing you. But that's for another time. You can go off and play your Marvel. I'll talk to you later. Man, this guy just supers forever. Xeno Gotenks, Super Saiyan 3. I'm just gonna throw supers forever. Alright, so we're at 25, still no issues, still pretty easy. This is probably going to be the same the whole way through. I'm surprised I've been finding Videl leads this whole time. Like, Videl is a really good unit, but like I said, the biggest problem for Videl was she's not on very many categories, or at least not popular ones. But her as a unit is really good. Oh, in case any of y'all don't know, I did a summon, one more summon on the banner, and I finally did get the Goku Vegeta. I just finished working on him too. I haven't really had a chance to use him though. I think the only place I used them was Battlefield, which I still need to redo Battlefield too. I don't know what it was, but I had a hard time with Bojack on Battlefield. Like, Bojack kicked my ass. Like, it took me... It took all of my red teams, which I had 2 red teams, didn't kill him. And, like, I took him to the last life bar. He had about 30% left on the last health bar when my second red team died. So all I had left were 3 green teams, which I was saving for the last boss. The first one did absolutely nothing. Like, they got supered first round, like first attack, which I hate that shit. Like, it always seems to do that. Like, I don't know if that's just like automatic or whatever, but it feels like if you're using a not strong element versus them, they just decide to super first attack. Like, every time. Like, I feel like that's just automatic. So that team got supered and died. The second team, I got lucky and he didn't super first attack. And so I had, let's see what had it. It was my other tech team. I used anniversary Vegito. I had super for him. He was the highest attack out of the 3 members. And so I put him turn 1. He took the first attack, which ended up not being a super. So I was like, okay, 30% health bar. I get off the super. That should kill him. That's what I was thinking. It didn't kill him. It didn't crit, but it was still like a couple mil. It took him down to like pixels. And then I got a second attack. I got an additional attack. I'm like, okay, the additional attack. If the additional attack was a super, it would have killed him, but it wasn't. It was a regular attack. I'm like, well, maybe it crits. It didn't crit. It was about 200k, and he was still at pixels. It was like barely not enough to kill him. And then the very next attack he got was a super, and it killed me. I was so fucking mad. I needed that team to kill him, so I could have had a shot with one more team versus the last boss. I don't even know who the last boss is. But I ended up having to use them to finish off Bojack. And then it was automatically game over. I was so pissed. So I need to go back and finish Battlefield. I don't know how I feel about them making Battlefield tougher. I didn't really care about Battlefield being tougher. I just wanted my Dragonstones. Like, I feel like there's events specifically made to be harder. I don't think they need to make every event harder. Now, part of it was also on me not looking to see. It looks like there's kind of a gimmick for the last ones, at least for round 3. It looks like if it's a specific type of enemy, you need to use the opposite. I don't know if I'm correct on that. That's what it seemed to be. So like if it was an extreme type enemy, you needed to use super units, or else you're going to have a hard time, and vice versa. If it was a super enemy, you needed to use extreme. Which maybe that's the thing they've been doing for a while. I used to never care about it because I didn't have a problem with it before. But this time around, I seem to notice you did a lot better if you were using super versus extreme and vice versa. I don't think we're going to get to it today. I think after I finish Battlefield, we're going to do the Dragon Ball Superhero event, and then we'll call it a stream. Because like I haven't even touched Battlefield after I lost. I wanted to try to reconstruct some new teams for it. What's up, Martello? You're old enough to remember this. You remember the old EZA? It was the Super Saiyan 3 Goku EZA, right? That you needed this Frieza? I think we go this way. Oh yeah, okay. Perfect. It was, yeah. Did I watch the movie yet? No, I don't feel like watching a shoulder shaky cam, you know? I've seen snippets. Like I've already seen all the leaks. But I don't want to watch a shaky cam. I'm going to wait till it comes out in the theater. Plus, I'd have to see the subtitles, you know? Like, I want to know what's happening. I want to watch it in decent quality. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not that hard pressed to have to watch it on a shaky cam right now. Plus, like, I've seen all the leaks now. To be honest, I'm old. I'm probably gonna forget about the leaks by the time I watch the movie in August. So fuck it. Like, me and my friends went to go watch Top Gun last week, and at first they were like, they just wanted to watch it in a regular theater. I'm like, nah, man, this is Top Gun. We need to watch this in IMAX. Like, when they were interviewing people about the movie and they said that they were filming it in the fighter jets. Like, there's no green screen. They're actually in the fucking fighter jets and shit. I'm like, I need to see this in IMAX, dude. I was like, y'all can go watch it in the regular theater. I'll watch it by myself in IMAX. So I convinced them to go watch it in IMAX, and they're like, yo, dude, that shit was sick. Like, I'm glad you talked us into watching it on IMAX. I'm like, I told you. Like, IMAX isn't great for every movie, but certain movies, it just hits, you know? Like, there's definitely been some movies I watched where I was like, I wasted my money watching this on IMAX. But Top Gun was definitely one of the movies that you needed to watch on IMAX. Like, the original Top Gun, like, only the older people were gonna remember this. But, like, Top Gun, when that came out on home video, every store used Top Gun to sell their home entertainment systems. Like, the opening sequence with the fighter jets and everything, blasting Danger Zone and shit, that's the movie they use to sell entertainment systems to you. I haven't been in a movie theater in 3 years, I think. How's the movie? The movie was great. Like, the movie, especially if you liked the original, you'll love the second one. You'll love this one. And if you've never seen the original, it's still enjoyable. You still watch the original Top Gun? You need to watch the new one then. The only problem is now I don't know if you can watch it in IMAX because I think they replaced it with the new Jurassic Park. So it might be hard to find theaters still running it in IMAX. If you can find one still showing it, I highly suggest watching it in IMAX. I think there's still, like, I know some theaters have like the lesser screen. It's like advanced, but it's not IMAX. Those might be okay too. But yeah, I know that the new Jurassic Park just came out this week, so a lot of places, like I know in Houston, they've already bumped Top Gun from IMAX for the Jurassic Park. This Gotenks is ridiculous. At least here in Canada, they're shutting down a lot of movie theaters. COVID kind of killed it. Yeah. I definitely hear that. Well, AMC down here was about to close down, like a lot of theaters, and then the meme stock, the meme stock hit, gave them a new influx of cash, and so they kept them alive. That to me is still one of the craziest things. Imagine your company surviving because of a meme. A multi-million dollar industry being saved because of a meme. Yo, this pan is sick. You didn't hear about that? That's like that was a big thing last year. I even bought some stock because of the whole movement. I ended up selling it though, but like for a while I was involved with that movement. It was AMC and GameStop and I think Nokia. There's a few other companies that were part of that. But I'm not a stock guy, so I didn't stay in it very long. You pulled the new Int Goku Vegeta on a Xeno. I got them off of, what was it? I got Krillin. It was Krillin on the fly-in, and then it was a fusion. Come on, Vegeta. I'm gonna chalk this up to this is probably just not a good team for him. He seems to take a lot more damage than everybody else. You heard about the GameStop stocks? Yeah. Alright, and that's 30. You are donezo. Cleared all 3 missions, get the extra stones. I think I got like at least 1 or 2 more from here. And that'll put me at 100. Over 100. Nice. Save that up for whatever. See, Tanabata's not until next month, so there's got to be at least... there's got to be at least 1 more banner before Tanabata. I wonder what they're going to do for that. There's got to be some kind of bait banner before Tanabata. Funny thing is, I was watching Nano, and he had 2 Xenos in a row. Told myself that I was going to get the Xeno, and it happened. Nice. Alright, so here's the new Goku event. It's only 3 stages. It's the new movie Gohan. Sadly, I think he's not going to turn into an LR. That's what some people were hoping for, that he was going to be an LR, because there's a part 2 for this. But doesn't look like that's going to happen. Sad times indeed. This to me is one of the best parts of the update, is that you can... Let's see, what do I want to do? Let's do Pure Saiyans. Wait, is the new Goku on here? No, damn it. I was gonna use them. Let's take you off. Let's throw you on here. Throw you on here. 1 more. Cell is on here. Who else do I want to throw on here? Meh. Alright, we'll go back and throw Goku on here. That's fine. You know what? We have to take Gohan off of here because he's not Pure Saiyan. I'll throw that one there. Pure Saiyans. Yeah, but what I was saying is like, so the update was when you're doing these stages, you can do the hard version and it'll give you the stones for both. So like if there were 3 stages, if you did, what is it, normal, hard, expert, if you did expert, you'd get auto clears for the 2 below it. That to me is one of the best updates. Because yeah, I don't have time to sit here trying to do all of it. And so you can get the stones for completing it without having to use all that stamina too, you know? Money grab, maybe a Dokkan, best thing ever. Yeah, I was really happy when they added that update. That was one of my favorite parts of the update. Holy shit, it is 9 o'clock already? It took me a while to figure out if I was going to stream too. I wasn't planning on streaming, but then the more I thought about it, I'm like, I don't know when's the next time I'm streaming. Like, I posted up the vlog last night, and then I was like, I don't know if I'm going to stream today. But I've been holding off doing the EZA because I wanted to stream. And then this event came out, and I was like, okay, well, might as well do this event real quick. Because I don't know what they're going to do for part 2. There's a lot of speculation. Especially now with like all the leaks and everything that are coming out. Like, that's part of the reason why I wasn't too upset about the leaks, because I'm like, they're already talking about the movie in Dokkan. Like, there's no way you're going to be able to avoid it if you're playing Dokkan. Do you think they'll release a banner for the movie? So there's a ticket banner for the movie. Like, I don't know if you remember when you logged in, because I think it was yesterday when they gave it out. You got 30 stones yesterday and 28 tickets, I think? And those tickets are supposed to be for a banner. I don't think the banner's out yet. But it's supposed to be a ticket banner for the movie. I should stream more. I would if I wasn't working so much. Like, that's been my biggest problem, like I said. Like, I come home from work and I'm just tired. Like, I just don't feel like doing anything when I get home from work. Oh, the banner is out? Okay, maybe we'll do some summons then, because I know we have tickets already for it. Who's on the banner? Is there anything good on the banner? Or is it just like whatever? Yeah, there's supposed to be a banner specifically for those tickets. Old units? Oh, okay. So it's just a regular ticket banner. That's fine. It's probably got some like random LRs in there. Most of the ticket banners, that seems to be what they are now. It's like it's a bunch of old units and random LRs in there. There are LRs, nothing great. I mean, it's probably old LRs. But there is supposed to be a part 2. So I'm kind of interested to see what they do for part 2. Maybe they'll actually have some units for it. Like, that's part of the reason I was kind of surprised they have this Gohan. So I figured they would have done something like this as you know, a banner. But I think from what I saw, he doesn't go like, he has a new form in the movie. This one does not go to that form. So maybe they'll release a unit that does the form. Because, I mean, if you look at the history of movies, Dragon Ball movies, they've definitely released all of them in the game. It would make no sense for them not to do the Gohan. I mean, Piccolo has a new form too, so they gotta release a new Piccolo. Like, those two, at least, they definitely have to have new units for at some point. There's no way they wouldn't cash in on that, right? Which kind of begs the question, that could be the filler. That could be the filler before Tanabata, because that would definitely get people to buy stones and summon before Tanabata. Because there's no way they would wait on it, too. Like, it would have to be now. Because the only other thing I could be thinking of is if they waited for, like, download celebration, which would be September? I mean, that would be after the global release of the movie. That kind of makes sense, too, but I don't think they would wait that long. Maybe for global, but then it wouldn't be for download celebration. Download celebration is a dual celebration. So I think if part 2 has the new forms, that's the money grab. That's the cash in before Tanabata. And then global, they could release it before download celebration. Because download celebration, I don't know what they're going to do for that, but that's obviously usually a dual Dokkan Fest LR. The other thing too is, for download celebration, since it's both JP and global, it has to be JP meta. Global will have just finished anniversary, so they'll be in the current meta with the leader skill plus secondary leader skill. That's what I mean by current meta. Currently, they don't have units like that in global with the secondary, so they have, like, they're technically 200% leads, but it's specific categories that get to 200%. It's not just the base leader skill at 200. The base leader skill is like 170, and then they have a secondary leader skill that's an additional 30. So they have to be in the category, and then also whatever the secondary category is. Download celebration should be part of that meta, since it's going to be JP and global. Movie units, I don't think will be meta. Like, if they do units for them, I don't think they would be meta. I don't know. They could be movie heroes. Or they could be meta, but movie heroes meta. That'd be interesting. That'd actually be really interesting. I don't know. We'll have to see. Well, part 2, I think, is in like a week or two. I don't know. But there is supposed to be a part 2. Anyhow, this 18 is actually pretty good for a non-Dokkan Fest unit, this 18 is actually pretty good. This Krillin is not bad. This Vegeta's great. This banner is not that terrible. Like, based off this for a free banner? Like, the gods are pretty good. Okay, this Piccolo's not. And I thought this Gohan was supposed to be pretty good. Like, they're not great. With the exception of the Vegeta. I think the Vegeta's probably the best unit out of these featured. This is the only one that I would say is absolute garbage. The Goku and the Vegeta are pretty good. This Vegeta's great. Krillin's okay. This 18, I like the 18. It's just old. Alright, so we have 33 tickets. We can do 4 multis. We'll just do 4 multis and I'll save the tickets for later. Let's see if I get lucky and get something decent. We got Beerus. Probably nothing. Probably nothing. No rewind. Beerus is like a chance of a rewind, but it's not a good chance. If you have Beerus and Whis, that's guaranteed rewind. Well, that's not good. Yeah, really not good. SR Heaven. 2 more multis to go. And nobody wants to fly with Goku. Sweet. Oof. Nothing so far. Last multi. So I don't feel like doing singles. We got Whis. Probably still nothing though. Oh, at least 1 SSR. It'll be our first SSR from this. And launch. I don't know if I have her rainbowed. I think I have all her paths open. I don't think I have her rainbowed. Yeah, I think I have all her paths open. I just don't have her, Yeah, all her paths open. She's just not, SA 10, so we can use it for SA. So at least it's still useful. We'll take that. Better than nothing. Everything else we can sell off, though. Bad luck. I mean, it's just tickets. I never expect much from tickets. Okay, finish that. That new Gohan is what again? He is an AGL type. There it is. Oh. You can use them for the Mystic Gohans. Okay, so I might grind that stage just to get more of them, just to try to feed these guys, because I think these are not like SA10. Yeah, he's only SA2, SA4. The other two are done. Okay, so I'll probably grind that stage just to see if I can build up the other two. That's nice. I was wondering if they were going to treat him like the others or not. And I care more about the tree than I do SA, because we can grind that later. But we will work on that some other time. So anyhow, so that was the EZA, and that was the event. Pretty short event. Like I said, 3 stages. Doesn't look like it's going to take that long to work on him. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's going to be an LR. Like, I think he's probably going to get a stage for medals to awaken him, but that's probably going to be it. I don't think there's going to be another one after that. I don't know when part 2 is. Probably a week or 2 will probably be the next one. Tickets are always a failure for me. RIP. The Gohan is not bad. I think he's okay for a free unit. Ultimately, he's a free unit though, so he's probably only going to be situationally useful. That's usually how it is for most free units. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's going to be an LR, which means his stats and everything are going to be lower than most, so even less use for him. But it's still a cool unit to have. We'll see what happens in part 2. I have a feeling that there's going to be a summonable one, which is fine because I think the summonable one will at least be able to use, hopefully, these free-to-play ones for grinding. I'm definitely going to finish up this unit as well as grind more in order to feed into the other Gohans. I think that's going to be the best use of it for me. And yeah, I think that's going to be it. We'll see what happens with part 2. I don't know when that's going to happen. If it is a banner, I'll probably summon on it, because I think it'd be cool to get those units. They tend to be pretty stingy with the movie units anyway, so I'll probably want to summon on that. I'm definitely more interested in summoning on that than Tanabata. Tanabata, I have probably most of the units that are going to be on there, and it's too hard to summon for specific units. That's the biggest problem with Tanabata. The best thing about it is everything is on there. The worst part about it is everything is on there. So I'm probably going to wait to see who's going to be in the shop, mainly. Because I think there's going to be some units that I want to buy from the shop. I have a lot of coins saved up, so that'll probably be the time that I end up using them. But anyhow, I think that's going to be it for me for today. Who is still in here? LR, Orange, Piccolo, and Gohan Blanco. I don't think they're going to be LRs. Probably just going to be regular like Dokkan Fest units. Kind of like what they did with Broly and Gogeta. That's my guess. We got 2 people on Twitch and Martello. So let's see, who can I send y'all to? Any of my friends still streaming? Slavix was streaming Dokkan, but now he's streaming that new game, so we're not going to send you to him. We'll send you to G. G is playing Golden Axe. Okay, that's cool. We'll send you to him. I'm going to rest up, get ready for work tomorrow. G to the next level. Alright guys, have a good night. I will catch y'all later. As soon as this raid is ready. And God, I'm not used to this. 6 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Alright, see y'all later.